What's up everyone, it's Kelly and today I've got another swatch review for you. Today I'm sharing swatches of the Holo Taco After Party collection for winter 2023. So if you haven't heard of Holo Taco before, they are a nail polish brand created by YouTuber Christine of Simply Nailogical. The brand is based in the US and all of the polishes are 10 free, meaning they are free of 10 of the potentially harmful ingredients that can be found in nail polish. They are vegan, meaning they do not use any animal derived ingredients, and they're cruelty free, meaning they do not test their products on animals. So like I said, we've got this new after party collection. We've got 6 brand new nail polishes, 5 of which are glitters and shimmers, and then we also have 1 reflective topper. And the glitters actually feature some really exciting shapes in them, so I'm excited to show you those. So let me just dive into the swatches, then we can talk a little bit more about my thoughts on the collection, pricing, availability, all that good stuff. So roll the swatch footage. So as with all of my swatch and review videos, I am using base coat underneath all of my swatches just to protect my natural nail and prevent any stains. Today is the Orly Bonder base coat. So I'll start off with the topper. This first shade is called Disco Dust Taco, and this is actually their rainbow reflective glitter topper. So you can see I'm applying it over the naked nail first just to show you what it looks like on its own, and it does have those flash reactive glitters in it, so when you hit it with a flashlight or your phone flash, you're gonna see like a whole bunch of cartoonishly bright color, but looking at it in real life, it's still super sparkly and bright. I think over black you can see a little bit more of the colors that are in there. Primarily I see mostly this pinky color and the silver, but then as I move my nail around I can see a whole rainbow of different colors, which is super gorgeous. At first glance I thought it was actually holographic, but it is separate reflective glitters in a bunch of different colors. So here's what it looks like with my phone flash on. You can just see it's like cartoonishly bright on camera. You get all of the different rainbow of reflective glitters in there, and it's just really fun. Next up we have the shade Curfew Crasher, and this one is a slightly dusty orchid base that is absolutely packed with a golden shimmer plus a subtle scattering of hollow specks. And what I really love about this one is that the golden shimmer in there is almost like this teeny tiny fleck, so each shimmer kind of catches the light a little bit differently, plus you get that added hollow sparkle, and it's just a really beautiful, it almost feels like a neutral leaning shade to me, but maybe that's just because of that dustiness and the pink tone, but it's a really pretty shade. So now moving on to the glitter shades, which I personally think are the most exciting of the collection. This first one is called Midnight Owl, and it's a very, very deep purple base that is packed with a bunch of different glitters. We've got blue metallic glitters, we've got a couple different sizes of holographic glitters in there, and they show through really nicely over this almost jelly-like base. So it's a gorgeous shade. It gets deeper with more coats. I ended up doing 2 coats for full opacity on my nail length, but if you have longer nails, you might need a third on this one. A really gorgeous shade. It definitely feels like a party on your nails, and it feels like a perfect winter color. Speaking of perfect winter colors, we have this shade Crystal Skies, and this is a super dusty light blue gray jelly base. Again, absolutely packed with glitters. We've got a couple different sizes of hollow glitters in there. We've got the blue metallic glitters in there, and what I think is the most exciting about this polish is we actually have silver hollow square glitters. So you can see one just at the tip of my nail there, and it's so beautiful. I love funky shaped glitters. I think it adds so much dimension, and I just love when they catch in the light and they look so special. So again, I ended up doing 2 coats for full opacity. You could still see a touch of my visible nail line, but I do like that very slightly sheer look, so if you want to make it full coverage, you can add more coats for that. Next up we have the shade Starry-Eyed, and this one is a deep green base, totally packed with hollow, and then we also have these silver hollow star-shaped glitters in it. So for starters, I really love this base color. I love a super deep green, and it did apply a little bit sheer in the first coat. In the second coat, it gave me better coverage, but I still ended up needing a third for full coverage. And I did notice as I was applying it normally, I wasn't getting the star glitters onto the brush. So I ended up actually spending a good amount of time fishing around in the bottle to get a star glitter onto my nail for the final coat. I was pretty surprised because the promo pictures had like a lot of star glitter, so I'm not sure if maybe my bottle just didn't have that many, but it's a little bit tougher than using a glitter glitter topper because you can't just, well, you could, I guess, dump it out and then place the star glitters individually on your nails, but I didn't want to do that because I didn't want to pour out the color since I think it's really beautiful and I didn't want to waste it. But I did end up getting that 1 star after fishing around for a little while, so you can see that right at the top of my nail and it looks really gorgeous. And last but definitely not least, we have one of my favorites of the collection. This one is Bottle Service, and this is a super intense, almost burnt gold metallic hollow glitter. There's just so much sparkle going on in here. It's packed with all the gold metallic sparkle, and then we also have that scattered hollow sparkle in there. And what I love about this shade is that it's this almost like yellow orange kind of gold. I personally love a really loud gold like this a lot more than I like the champagne kind of gold. I don't know what it is. I think it just speaks to me. It has a little bit of like that lit from within look, and around the edges you get that deeper orangey color. So I just think it's absolutely stunning. I ended up getting full coverage in 2 coats. So here are all the shades, and overall I really enjoyed them. I especially loved those hollow glitter ones, the last 4 that I reviewed. I think they're absolutely stunning. I love the colors. I think they work just really well for winter in general. They feel great for the holidays, but they just give me a general wintry season vibe. I think it's just between those dusty shades, but also having the deeper, more jeweled tone kind of colors like Midnight Owl and Starry-Eyed. And then of course we have that really vibrant Bottle Service, which I think is just a perfect New Year's color. And then we have the topper, which is so fun and rainbowy. So definitely a good collection overall. Really enjoyed these. So those are the polishes, and overall I really enjoyed this collection. I definitely loved those chunkier glitter polishes, and even though I did find that the bigger shaped glitters, specifically that star one, were very hard to fish out and just naturally get on my nails, I still think the colors are really beautiful, so I don't mind. I also just really love the colors of those chunkier glitters. I think they're all really beautiful and bold, and I think they just work perfectly for the holiday season. Now, as far as pricing and availability, all of these polishes are still currently available on the Holo Taco website, as well as their collector's box. All the polishes come in 12 milliliter bottles. They do feature the wide flat brush that has the rounded tip, so application's easier, and they retail for $14 USD each, with the exception of the reflective topper, which retails for $13 USD. But yeah, I'm curious to hear your thoughts. What do you think of this collection? What do you think of the colors and the glitter shapes and the reflective topper? Are you planning on picking any of them up, or have you already? Let me know in the comments. We can chat about it. And if you enjoy my swatch and review videos, please hit that like button. It really helps me out. It lets me know I'm doing a good job. And if you're not already subscribed to my channel, please consider subscribing. I put out new videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And of course, a huge shout out to my supporters on Patreon, my Royal Astronomer Amanda M, as well as my Cosmic Admirals Paula, Ken, and Rosie. I really appreciate your support, and I'll see you all in my next video. Bye. Today's fun fact, I want to share a little video game update with you, because I think for many, many years, I have always talked about how my #1 has been and always will be Pokemon. As far as video games, I'm a huge Pokemon fan. I love it. I could talk about it all the time. I have always played all of the games very obsessively, but I actually have a surprising amount of news, because somewhat recently they came out with the new DLC for the latest Pokemon game, the Scarlet and Violet game, and I still have not ordered or played it, which is pretty surprising considering how much I've talked about Pokemon. But the reason for that is because I have been playing a different game, and I think it has taken over my life, and that game is Baldur's Gate 3. Let me say, I have actually never played Dungeons and Dragons before, even though I feel like it is exactly the type of thing that I would enjoy, but I've never played it before, and I've never played any of the previous Baldur's Gate games. But this game I have been playing with Ryan, my partner, and we have so much fun with it. It is just so incredible. And I think the thing that I struggle with about video games, and the reason that I like Pokemon so much, is that it is very turn-based, so there's not like a lot of pressure to be like smashing certain buttons so that you're like attacking people the right way. It's like very strategy based, and I don't know, I just really like it. So yeah, I've been playing that a lot. I still haven't beat it yet, so I feel like once I beat it, I'm going to download the DLC for the Pokemon game and play that. But for now, I have just been playing that game, and I will say, I'm saying it takes over my life, but I do not allot myself that much time to play during the week. I just feel like it's like a weekend thing. But yeah, it's such a good game. So if you are into those types of games, highly recommend it. Very good. And yeah, I'll see you all in my next video. Bye.